Welcome to week 7 of Days Till Dragon Con Follow-Up Fridays. We are getting really close to the end. But before we see what Frank has done this week, let's thank our sponsors. Becca Doodles, The Art of Cute, Art of Wigs, Sugar Tits, Gamers Guild, Game Masters Guild, Pop Cycled. I lost the page. What the fuck? My computer's going again.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I got it. Sorry. Mother... Mm. Oh, fuck.
You want to cut it off and try it again?
I can just edit it. It's fine.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't. It. I don't know what the hell it's doing.
Still showing live on my end.
Yeah, I mean, I hear everything fine, but the screen is just. It's opening random pictures.
It sounds like a virus.
Huh?
Sounds like it's got a virus or something.
I don't know. It's. Fuck. Anyway, I'm gonna pull up the list again on my phone and just keep going. Cause they can. I have it so only you can be seen anyway.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine. I'll just cut this out. Just open stuff that's saved in SketchUp. I don't know what the fuck the thing is doing. No. Okay. Fuck it. Alrighty. So we're thanking our sponsors. Becca Doodles, The Art of Cute, Art of Wigs, Sugar Tits, Game Masters Guild, Pop Psycho Baubles, SuperheroStuff.com, Rising Mist Designs, and Atanya Designs. Now, what have you been able to do this week?
Oh my gosh. It's been a busy week since we last talked. We are at actually 3 weeks from now exactly. We'll be at Dragon.
Mm-hmm. I'm so
So
excited.
uh, that's scary. That basically means there's less than 3 weeks to finish everything up. Now, some people can do an entire costume in 3 weeks. I can't. So we're moving along here. Necron's coming along pretty well. As you can see, my room's pretty much torn up. My sight's all taken apart over my left shoulder there, and as you can see, my mannequin's all pretty much disassembled because I'm still wiring all the electronics for the suit. But I've managed to get some much-needed supplies. I did finish. I had shown my last video, which they're here again. They now have a matching pair of bracers, which I'm still working on. Here, basically, made the same way that I had done with shoulder pads. This is just basically single sheet of Warbler that's been heated over a piece of craft foam. And one nice thing about that is gives you thickness without having to double up your Warbler, use more of it.
Right.
Just covered in basic black velvet, a little bit of metal trim. I planned on doing just a little bit more on because they're pretty plain right now, so that's something I'll be working on possibly later on next week when I start to finish things up. I'm sort of breaking this down since I have this time left, roughly 3 weeks, of 1 week of finishing up what is over my shoulder here, which is my steampunk camera commission that I've been working on. Took well over a week just getting the wood parts stained and dry and the varnish dry on it so where I could actually work on this and start putting it together. The assembly you see here was 2 days worth of work, so it's coming along pretty well. It's basically supposed to represent a period turn of the 20th century style antique box camera. Go it a little bit here. The tripod that it's on right now, I have it lowered. This actually will stand up close to 6 feet tall.
Wow.
So basically what you would do is you'd be behind it, working through this area.
Mhm.
You're going to have a Canon Rebel DSLR camera that's going to be mounted inside of here that the user will be able to use just like a regular digital camera, but keep it looking steampunk-esque or turn of the 20th century with this shell of a camera, older style box camera with the bellows on it.
Right.
So right now I'm just test fitting everything, getting everything put together. Camera's actually right here that I'll be using in it. One of the bad things about this is there won't be any way to actually um, you basically have to set it onto an autofocus, set your zoom, uh, fix it because you won't be able to actually get your hand in there to adjust it. But one
Mhm.
thing is, since it'll be on autofocus, all you basically have to do is hit the trigger button. This trigger button is going to be actually be a remote wired
Mhm.
trigger, be outside the camera. So you won't actually have to access this camera other than to turn it on and off, and you'll be able to hit the buttons on the back of it to be able to view the image you took and things like that.
Right.
It's going to be a little complex because it is going to have a modern flash mounted on it that I have to somehow make it look old, make it sort of punk. I was going to include lights and some steampunk gadgets, tubes and things like that on it, but working on it, it's just at this point I think it's just too nice to actually, in my opinion, hunk it up because
Right.
you could actually, as it looks right now with the digital camera, you could actually get this into to new, still get it into like Civil War events where you'd be able to go out onto the battlefield and actually take photos. A lot of events they don't let you take photos unless you're actually in period gear and you have
Mm.
your camera in some sort of a box to make it look period correct.
Mm. Okay.
As it sits, you'd actually be able to do that as long as I didn't add all kinds of flashing lights and gears and stuff to it. So I think this is how it's going to basically look once I get it all done. And it too is probably going to take me through the weekend into next week sometime to finish it up. But once it's finished, that will leave me the rest of what we have at that point, 2 weeks just to finish up Necron and anything else that I might want to do. I still have a wig to style for my male Elsa costume and a couple little adjustments to make to that before ready for Dragon Con. And I think the last time we have our interview here right before we ship out, make the trip down to Atlanta, will probably be me packing up. So
You mean wait, so do you pack like as close to the time you have to leave as possible, or do you try to pack a little bit as at a time as things are done?
um, I'll be leaving very, very early that Thursday morning.
Mhm.
Um, so technically less than 3 weeks. Um, I will probably start packing that Monday or Tuesday,
Okay.
just so I don't forget anything and make sure everything can fit into my container. I have a very large, it's a 32 inch by 20 inch by 20 inch Rubbermaid container that has wheels on it.
Mhm.
And I've been pretty lucky. I used it last year for the first time for Dragon Con. You can put about 60, 70 pounds worth of stuff in it. And
Mm.
that was it. That was all my luggage. I didn't have to bring anything else because I could put
Right.
change in there, water, uh, adult beverages, whatever you needed to take in. And everything fit. It made things a lot easier. And I'll be staying in the Marriott again,
Mhm.
which shouldn't be too much of a problem. Last year, I actually had a party at the Westin, just the way things worked out with my and lugging that thing 70-pound container, even with wheels, was really tough. 2.5 blocks.
Right.
So this is gonna be a little easier. I might be able to bring some more stuff, but my lineup still, I really don't know what I'm gonna bring yet. I don't know how much room the Necron costume is going to take.
Right.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be delivering the camera at Dragon Con or the uh, going to pick it up ahead of time.
Mhm.
So everything's sort of up in the air. And my ride currently is some friends of mine from Charleston, and we're going to be going in like a four-door hatchback style, so got to watch
Mm.
for room for that too. So we'll see how it all goes. And there's the packing is going to be the hard part at this point. I think everything else will get done. I'm not too worried about anything. I don't think we're going to have to stress anymore. But packing is going to be getting everything packed and everything in the vehicle. At that point, then we can breathe a sigh of relief once we start on our way.
Yeah. Do you unpack as soon as you get back from a convention?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, I don't think anybody really does. I mean, it like I'll slowly start to unpack. Everything's always packed nicer than when you actually, you know, when you get to the con, you're packing up. It's not going to be as neatly coming back.
Yeah.
No, it takes me about a day or so to drag it out. I don't let it sit around. I know some people that still do it for MomoCon.
I haven't finished unpacking from last Dragon Con.
Well, you're ready to go then. You just have to just,
If I wear all the same costumes, yeah.
yeah, just hey, be the easiest thing to do. I wanted to bring my Iron Man costume this year again, but I don't. I think I'm just going to retire it. It's supposed to be on display at AWA. Uh,
Mm.
Fixes I have to do for that, and AWA is basically a month after Dragon Con.
Oh, wow.
I'd love to wear it again. It's a fun costume. It gets a ton of looks because of all the bells and whistles of it. But I got to leave my ego at home, I guess, and not bother bringing that one along for it. But from what's looking like, Necron's going to be my big costume Friday and most of Saturday. I'll be bringing my male Elsa just for some photo shoots. My one friend Josh, that is the male Anna version of my Elsa, will be there. I don't even know when we're going to meet up and go around MomoCon. Uh,
Right.
I haven't quite decided what I wanted to wear for like the Thursday night drinking costume yet. I'm up in the air. Let's see what you think. I have either Captain America, no Captain America, Captain and the Game Master. I don't know if you know
Hmm.
that character. I have that one. Or I was even thinking because we're going to be in Atlanta and being the history buff that I am, right now is around the time when is the 150th anniversary of the siege of Atlanta, when Sherman
Hmm.
went in and burned it to the ground.
Hmm.
Uh, I actually had contemplated. I sort of ran out of time and money. I wanted to make a Civil War Generals Union costume to resemble Sherman's, although I'd have to grow out a little bit more of a full beard for that one, and
Hmm.
run around Thursday night with a one of those fake torches that has like the glowing light.
Hmm.
I figured some people would get it, but not enough. But
Yeah.
I was thinking of maybe taking like my Confederate uniform or something like that that I'd recently been in a movie last year with. But I don't know. I'm still up in the air for what Thursday costume would be. But it's all about packing. I don't know what'll fit.
Yeah.
But another little thing that I did work on, this is one of the packing problems, is I started working on I'm pretty sure I'm going to be done with these because I'm running out of time at this point. But these are the boots that I have for the Necron costume. I've done a lot of brass work, as you can see. I started to work on them. I might add a little bit extra to it, but I kept them pretty simple. And the bad thing, these take up a ton of room too when you're packing
Right.
so big.
They look
Uh,
really good.
yeah, they're okay. I
Wear
could
them for the drive down. You don't have to worry about packing them.
what?
Wear them for the drive. You don't have to worry about packing them.
That's an idea. I never really ever thought of that. It looked kind of funny with shorts.
But that's usually what I do with my bigger boots. If I don't have space to pack them, I'll
Yeah,
wear them while traveling.
that isn't a bad idea. Yeah, that would actually work. It looked pretty funny though.
Yeah, but
Um,
it's not like you're taking a plane, so you should be okay.
yeah, that's the thing. If I'm not flying, it's going to be a drive. Flying, I don't know how some people can do it. Like I couldn't take any of my costumes, none of my actual show-worthy costumes with me because everything's so prop heavy.
Yeah.
The sickle there, we'll be talking about that next week. Do the whole thing next week on that. The sight sickle is it breaks down into three pieces, but
Mhm.
I'm stuck with a 6 foot tall, almost 6 foot tall piece of wood that you have to maneuver shimshaw into a car, pretty much long ways along the floor.
Mhm.
It's going to be a problem. I mean, that's the bad thing about it when you do a lot of props. You can't fly with anything like that.
Yeah. And then to ship it, it's such a stress.
It's
And then they just mess your stuff up.
yeah, yeah, it's expensive too. So
Yeah, it is. Oh man.
yeah, this weekend's gonna be busy.
Yeah.
I want to have this camera for the most part finished by early next week, so that I can focus on finishing up the site, the sickle, working on anything else I want to have. So that way, when the week of Dragon Con rolls around, I do have some school stuff to do because we will be starting school that week.
Mhm.
So I'll have to get my syllabuses ready for my classes and stuff. So actually, I have work that I have to do. So I want to be able to get as much done this weekend and next week, so that basically, when I get back from work, those evenings until the Thursday, that I can just work on little stuff and pack and just be ready to go.
You also don't want to be completely exhausted before you leave. You're going to be too tired to have any fun when you're there.
Yeah, that's another problem with it. So I think I can get everything done. I mean, it's still going to be a close one to finish on this, but we're getting there. There's not a whole lot more I have to do. Pretty much the suit itself, like I had said, I just need to wire it up, and everything else that needs to be done is just some internal wiring and a little bit of rebracing on the site, the sickle, and then I
Mhm.
should be done with the costume.
That's really good.
But
You
I don't
make
think
you
I'm going
make
to have
really good time.
Well, I don't think I'm going to have time to test everything. That's the problem. The electronics are going to be iffy. As I had said before, I'm running two smoke generators. One
Mhm.
is new, one is the suit smoke generators all hooked up, ready to go. I actually ran some real thin hose line like this. So I have a pump bellows hooked up to that. It's ready to go. I need to do the same thing. The site, once I get it all put together and install this, which I had showed before, the
Mhm.
generator for it. Once I get that installed, I should be in pretty good shape, hopefully.
That's pretty good.
So we'll see. Next week's going to be a big one.
It's so close.
It's
Oh my goodness.
very, very close, but we're getting there.
Are
we're
you
getting,
at least excited or are you still kind of freaked out about getting everything done?
um, I'm still worried about getting stuff done. To watch, I got to make sure my stress doesn't get too high. I'm having
Right.
health issues with it, but as I'm looking at my calendar here, we still have 2 good working weeks left to get stuff done.
Mhm.
I should be able to do, and at the end of that second week, I can get my school stuff together because we'll be starting back on a Tuesday, the 26th. But yeah, Thursday the 28th, that's going to be Judgment Day. Hopefully everything will be done and ready to go. I can guarantee you that I will have at that point still have not tried on the entire Black Lantern costume until I get there. That's one of my things. I have never tried on an entire costume until I ever get to the con. Like I'll try pieces on, make sure
Mhm.
electronics and things work. I either don't have the time or I just get lazy and just like, oh, I don't want to put it all on and have to take it all off again. So
Right.
that'll be the con.
Alrighty, so I think that's going to be it for us this week. Next week, we're going to check in again and see all the other amazing things that you've been working on.
Hopefully, have a little bit more done, a little closer next week. Next time we interview, I should be breathing pretty easily. I think things will be pretty good by then.
That's good. Alrighty, so bye until next time.
We'll see you next week.